Tell me where it all started, Stephen.
I started playing guitar at the age of 12. Through the whole way through school and through college, the whole way through kind of school and through college, I was playing in numerous different bands and kind of paid my way through college playing in a band. But we always wanted to go to recording studios, and we couldn't really afford it. Like, back in those days, recording studios were quite pricey. So I had this great idea. Why don't I get this little 4-track recorder and start recording the band? Turned out it was pretty difficult. So, one microphone and a little 4-track recorder. But I got addicted to the process of recording. And so much so that when I kind of finished college, the first thing I started doing when I started earning some money was accumulating recording equipment. So I eventually, many years later, after being a gear slut for a long time, had enough equipment that I thought, I'm going to start up my own recording studio. Just felt there was a bit of a gap in the market from it in the local area. So that went really, really well. It was a great business for about 5 years or so, and it probably would have continued on if I'd pushed it. But I started to kind of spot the trend of what was happening out there. And really, a lot of the clients that were coming. So
when was this? When did you see the change?
I'd say 3 years ago.
Okay,
so pro audio equipment was getting cheaper. Computers are getting much more powerful. So now you could record, pretty much an album from your bedroom. So I kind of figured I was a small studio, so if I kept on going, I would be made redundant at some point. The big studios, no doubt, were going to continue, but I kind of thought, what would be the next thing to do? What would be the next thing to do? So I kind of... Right there.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe the best thing to do is to provide a platform or a website that would facilitate the recording and the communication between bands and artists and people trying to create music. Because I think the people that were coming to me towards the end were looking for production skills or session musician work, mixing and mastering. But, if they were able to find like an online dating website where they're able to find those people online and connect with them and communicate in a kind of very social way, then I thought that might be a nice, cool project to do. So, we started it. It had its challenges and it kind of evolved from there.
So which side is the one that gets the gold membership?
Say again?
So which side is, like, for example, if you take the dating websites, it's the girls go free? Because all the guys don't want to try and...
Believe it or not, it's the singers are the ones in high demand. There's a lot of producers that are kind of creating beats and creating tunes. They're looking for really great singers who can sell their I suppose, vision for a song. So the singers are the ones in high demand.
Okay, and so tell me sort of how it works. So say you're an artist, what happens when they get to your website? Tell me how the different parties interact.
Well, I suppose if you think of Facebook, you're not too far wrong. So it's kind of Facebook, but designed for everybody within the music business. So, you create your own account, you upload any of your content. You can upload everything from your songs, your albums, your videos. And we provide numerous ways for that to be discovered organically rather than people having to pay to get their music out there. So it kind of starts from there, and then you start building your fan base, people that you are interested in working with. You kind of, date them, if you want to put it that way. So you add as a musician friend, or if you want to follow people, you can follow people through that. So it's, pretty much that's how it starts, and then it depends on the user how much they use it.
Okay, so tell me sort of, so it's 2011 is when you started 3 years ago. Yeah. Sort of, tell me where have you got to from then to today? Sort of some of your milestones that you've...
I think John said it earlier on, it is tough. Really, when you're starting out, it is tough. We made a foolish step of not getting a CTO involved in the initial stages. In fact, we didn't even have a developer involved in the initial stages. So it was a kind of a big challenge for us to kind of get our work done. So we ended up working with a company over in India who actually were really, really good in the end. So it did work out, but it was a huge challenge to get that. Once the platform was online, then we thought, tomorrow, this day and time tomorrow, we're going to have 100,000 users on there. It would just get out there with a little bit of PR, but that just doesn't happen. You need to start working your ass off, to be honest with you, and start promoting it and getting it out there. So we kind of, started from the bedroom. It really was just a bedroom thing. Myself and my partner, the two of us kind of started it from there. We got a little bit of PR and we started, getting it out there. And some of the people that kind of got on early and that were collaborating, they started to really like the platform. And with them starting to tell their friends about it, then that word of mouth got out. So we're up to 225 to 26,000 users now.
Wow!
So it's doing okay, but as I said, we're still small in comparison to the likes of a Facebook. I mean, when we mention that we're potentially a competitor to Facebook, we kind of, people giggle. But I think the thing is that Facebook isn't really designed for music.
So you're Facebook for musicians.
Exactly. Yeah.
So is Music Book gone then?
Music Book, yeah, it is. We struggled for a while to come up with a .com, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got to 225,000. What next?
Look, we want to go the whole way. I mean, we want to be a huge dominating force within kind of music and be the central place for people to communicate, connect with musicians and other kind of fans and co-creators all around the world. So we have big goals with it, and it'll be a matter of time, I suppose.
So of those 225,000, I mean, what are the breakdowns demographically? I mean, are they Ireland, States? Where are they coming from?
I'd say UK and the States would be the biggest, and Ireland would be the kind of the third one. And that's only kind of very recently. We launched this thing called the Wall of Sound, and basically the Wall of Sound, we aim to kind of gamify the way the music is discovered. So your music starts on the new wall, and then you go from the new to trending, and from trending to hot, based on the amount of social engagement that you're getting. So that recently has started to do well over in the States. So we're getting quite a lot. I mean, the last 30 days alone, there was about 3 million page views on the Wall of Sound. So over in the States, that's it's where a lot of the new members are coming from.
So basically, once they engage, to get up to the next level, they need to bring their followers and other people on board. So it's like the good old-fashioned viral marketing.
It is, yeah.
If you like me, I like you, and then you get 20,000. The person with the most likes get up to the next level.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Okay, so it's that competitive edge. Have you gone through it? There's a much good talent up there.
Look, in Ireland, especially from working in the studio, it was one of the real kind of motivating factors to do it, is there's so much talent in this country. And I don't think, Ireland is, we're blessed with having a huge amount of musicians. I mean, every probably second person, I'm sure we all know 5 or 6 people who play an instrument or sing or write music. Ireland is quite lucky in that respect, but the UK is not far off that, and the States is the same. So there's a lot of people out there.
And in terms, but what I'm saying is, have you seen any of the next big things? Have they come through, or have you spotted any exceptional talent? And
on the platform, yeah. Look, I mean, if you go to the Wall of Sound and go to the hot wall part of it and just hit play and sit back and enjoy, there are really talented people on there.
So how would you know if a top producer or a Louis Walsh or someone like this actually finds one of the people on your wall?
At the moment, we don't. But we do have a couple of connections with record labels over in the UK, publishing companies and promoters, managers who are using the kind of hot wall as a way to scout for talent.
But they're not going to tell you if it's going to cost them money.
No, but look, I mean, that's part of the development plan. We would like to have a way where managers and people who are kind of in the professional side of the industry will be able to compare artists on the platform. So I like this guy, I like that guy, I like that guy. They monitor them over a period of time. And then they can kind of see which one is performing the best over a period of time.
Have you got a monetization plan?
We do, yeah. The next thing we're rolling out is a thing called connected sites. So if you imagine your Facebook page, I suppose your Facebook is the social network aspect of things. The timeline then, what we're doing instead of giving you a profile like that, is a customizable website that you can create your own, like myawesomeband.com. But on that is all of your content, so your videos, your albums, your songs, your events, your projects, we're collaborating. All those things are kind of centralized on that one place. And then we are providing a whole bunch of different tools to help you get that out there and to share it amongst, just on our platform, but to sell it on iTunes, get it on Spotify, Deezer, every platform.
And they pay for those?
And then that's where we will start charging, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, a bit like sort of, if you do that. Because the other incentive, why are people going to pay unless you can get those proven stories? So it's a bit, so it might actually, if you think about it, it mightn't actually be a bad thing not to charge the guys for going on to you and finding. All they need to do is tell you they found it.
Yeah.
Because the advantage for them is if they actually find somebody really good, they're going to get the next wave of people on there, and if it's easier for them to troll through things rather than having to sit on YouTube and have 15,000 people sit there and read it. So
very good, actually. Yeah, I mean, we're starting it as a freemium, so it'll be free for everybody to use. And as we're reliant on investment money to really kind of develop the next stage of things. As I said, we don't have a development team. We do everything in Photoshop, and then we ship it over to India. They knock it out. It's a cheaper way to do it, and it's something to consider. But it has its challenges, believe me. It's a freemium model. Start that way, and then we kind of grow from there, I guess.
So there's two sides. If you can get some successes, as in somebody makes it big, and they say it came from you, that's the publicity you need.
Look, I think it was in MySpace, the Arctic Monkeys. That was a huge motivating factor for a lot of musicians to get onto that platform. We'll, no doubt over time that will organically happen, and we're not going to force it right now. We're too small an operation at the moment.
You're going to watch what happens
to deal with it. If it happened, it'd be fantastic. But we'll watch what happens, and we'll I suppose evolve and adjust from there.
I tell you, it's a real sign of the times when an Irish company says, with 225,000 people on their site, we're still so small. Give us a lesson, please, just for the group.
I was thinking about it earlier. For me personally, I mean, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to get knocked down so many times along the journey. So if you can pick yourself up pretty quick and find what the benefit is in, learn from that mistake or from that knockdown. I think it was Napoleon Hill that kind of said that for every failure, for every adversity, and for every heartbreak, there's an equivalent seed of opportunity. So if you can, when you're knocked down, when you're on the ground, find that seed, get up as fast as you possibly can, and then, look, just pretend it was supposed to be that way. That's kind of what we did.
Okay, well, listen, thank you very much indeed, Steve.
Thank you.